Hello. Is this the place where idiots review for the first time in some time?
Yeah. In fact, this right here, this location is the quintessential location for reviewing movies, I think. I saw one guy do it, and I was like, "Hey, I should do that I should do that in this location." You know?
Do you mean the cinema snob and
Very convenient.
whoever he reviews with?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
As well as Cinema Sins on his channel that's not Cinema Sins.
You know what? You know what? As an apology for waiting so long for one of these idiot reviews, I say we do a 2-in-1 review.
What?
Yeah, 2-in-1.
2-in-1?
I'm talking Space Jam and Space Jam 2. I know a very relevant topic right now. I know we're such trend hoppers that we immediately get on it.
Dude,
did not.
So much clickbait. I would not be shocked if we made 1 million views on this video alone just because of that.
Well, you gotta make it nice and clickbaity. Be sure to get that thumbnail. That's our key to success.
The clickbait, yeah. It's like what CinemaSins always wants everybody to do. Don't make quality content. Just make sure that people are able to click on it and have a look at it, and then your job is done. It's that easy.
All right, 3-in-1 review because we just got done reviewing Cinema Sins.
I recently rewatched Bob's videos about shit talking Cinema Sins, so that video is kind of fresh in my mind. So,
God, imagine having something fresh in your mind. Anyway, Untitled Chapter 2. All right, all jokes aside, let's finally get to this friggin' Space Jam.
Okay, the first Space Jam. Now, personally, I was always more a fan of Looney Tunes Back in Action. That was the Looney Tunes movie I grew up with.
Same here.
My first time actually watching Space Jam all the way through was when I was like 12 or 13, maybe 14. 14,
oh,
maybe
you're
14.
pretty late on that one, though.
Yeah, I was late on Space Jam. It was on Cartoon Network with my cousins. I remember liking it because I was 14 and I was like, yeah, it's Looney Tunes, it's funny, you know? But then as I grew up and I started liking, quality of my movies, movies like classics, masterpieces like The Room.
Of course.
When I rewatched Space Jam again with this guy to prepare, for the epic movie of the year, Space Jam: A New Legacy. I thought it's a bad movie. It is not good at all. But it is. I would. What?
But.
Why are you pointing at your butt?
No, I'm saying, but.
Oh, but I cannot say it wasn't entertaining.
It is a very entertaining movie. Like, it's kind of one of the. Space Jam, like, it knows it's not going to be a super classy, high quality film.
So it gets
and
right.
You know what? That's okay.
It's actually.
Not all movies need to be.
Like, for as bad as it is, it knows what it is, and it's like, hey, let's get right to the point with what this movie is all about.
It's 90s cheese, the movie. Michael Jordan playing basketball with Wayne Knight and Bill Murray and the Looney Tunes. They're going up against some colorful aliens.
Like, they have
the main villain, Danny DeVito.
They have the illusion of something resembling, deep character development with, the beginning with Michael as a kid and then quitting basketball, and, then he goes back to basketball because the Looney Tunes, change him, but...
Based on real life events.
That's right. But
including the Looney Tunes.
Come on, that's not the point of the movie. It's not. It's barely in the movie. The movie's just wrapped in a tight, nice little bow of just, hey, it's Looney Tunes, Michael Jordan, they play basketball.
It's late 90s, the movie. As
over half the movie, like the last basketball game's not the climax. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's over half the movie. That game.
It honestly might be considered one of the longest climaxes of all time because, yeah, you're right. It is pretty much half the movie.
No, over half. That basically is just the movie right there. It's the real, yeah.
Well, that's fair. So, I guess first half.
I'll give the movie credit. It gets right to what we actually pay to see,
or HBO Max to see. Which I guess I'm paying for.
It gets to what we're watching the movie for pretty quickly, basically. It's not like Jurassic Park or like the Transformers where it's like, okay, we got to build up to the big thing you want to watch. So wait an hour, develop these characters, but it's Space Jam. How big of a fuck? Let's just show them playing basketball.
And speaking of not giving a fuck, Michael Jordan. I've seen some half-assing in movies before, but this was a whole new glorious level. Normally I would get on to actors for underdoing it, but with Michael Jordan here, it's so goddamn funny that I love it. It's just, this was quarter-assing. This was a quarter of the cheek. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on here?
Like, every time I hear that line, I crack up, man. It's just, especially after all the crazy shit going down. Like, man, Michael Jordan could probably be in, like, the world of Godzilla, seeing him fight all these giant monsters. He's just like...
Oh, is that what's happening right out there? Is that why you looked out there?
Yeah, exactly.
Godzilla's
yeah,
out there?
Yeah, Michael Jordan's just like, what's going on here?
No. We gotta get more shocking with it.
Oh, you're right, okay.
Michael Jordan watches the Holocaust happening right before his eyes. What's going on here?
I'm gonna get canceled for this, man.
Yeah, I know.
Hitler is bad, by the way.
Yes, he is bad.
I should not have to state the obvious, but I know how people are on the internet.
Culture. But
so
anyway,
it's okay. It's okay.
But anyway, yeah, Michael Jordan, he's not quarter-assing it, Zach's friend. No. He's not quarter-assing it. He's
Wait, your name is Brazak?
Yes, your name is Brazak.
Oh.
But he is 1,000,000th assing it.
Oh, that's
1
a
millionth.
scientific level right there, man.
He almost goes into negatives with it. However, the only man who's ever gone to negatives who has ever given negative fucks, I would say, is Phaelus from To Boldly Flee. That's like the only man I've seen ever give negative fucks. But Michael Jordan, he comes very, very close in this movie.
I think
very
the only
close.
time Michael Jordan showed, like, an act... There's only 2 scenes in the entire movie where I can recall Michael Jordan actually kind of having an emotion. One was after Tweety got beat up, because then he finally glared at the monster. He's like... And then the other times when he got turned into a horrific CGI ball.
And that wasn't even Michael Jordan. It was perfect CGI Michael Jordan.
Yep. They had to animate him being shocked.
As for the Looney Tunes themselves... Looney Tunes themselves, basically all the same character.
Yeah, they're the Looney Tunes.
They're the Looney Tunes. Just make them act wacky. What about their personalities? Make them act wacky. They're loony, you know.
Yeah, definitely not the best representation of the tunes, but I mean, it's
that's why
they at least got the basics down. But it's like
they got the bare minimum of like, okay, Daffy has the speech impediment and he's kind of dumb compared to Bugs. There you go. And
he's a bit of an unjustified ego man.
There we go.
Ego man. That's my new term. Inventing new words here.
Oh yeah, the one Looney Tune who stands out, of course.
Oh
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about time we addressed him.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh.
Foghorn Leghorn. My God, that is one hunk of a Looney Tune.
Oh, I was talking about Daffy when he kissed his own ass with the Warner Brothers logo on it. It's kind of. But
what about Sylvester? He's the one who flat out says, "We've got balls."
That is true. That is true. So, what is Lola's personality?
Okay, I'll tell you what Lola's personality is.
Okay.
Lola's personality, it's a very deep, complex personality. You see, she doesn't like being called doll, and she plays basketball.
She did once say the orange alien had a nice butt.
Nice butt. So she really appreciates a nice butt when she sees one. There we go. And
she also liked buff bugs.
And she likes her men big and buff.
Like Bugs Bunny.
Like Bugs Bunny, that's right.
Real alpha chatter right there.
And yeah, I think that's about. Yeah, I think we've covered the basics and all there is actually to her. Yeah, right there.
Honestly, that's probably the most analysis I've ever seen anyone actually give to personalities. You know, you're actually focusing on internet.
Well, actually, people have given like real analysis to her personality.
Really?
Yeah, they're like she's actually way funnier and like way more like charismatic and unique than we give her credit for.
In the Looney Tunes show?
You saw the punchline coming a mile away.
I'm sorry, I'm familiar enough with it to where I know it's like, oh hey, it's the one where people say she has an actual personality.
Yeah.
I need to watch that show.
Anybody who's seen that show, you saw that punchline coming a mile away. But yeah. All in all, Space Jam, bad movie, fun time.
Yeah.
There we go.
I liked the little aliens, they were fun.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito was Danny DeVito.
I forgot Danny DeVito was in the movie, then I heard the voice, and I was like, oh, it's Danny DeVito.
A moron mountain.
I'll say my favorite Danny DeVito will always be the one from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That is. I need to watch that show. That show is amazing, and Dan DeVito is amazing in it.
I will need to watch that at some point.
It's on Hulu. Check it out. Now moving on to the epic, long-awaited. Well, not long-awaited. The epic. Well, it is 2 hours, so the sequel, Space Jam: A Nude Legacy.
Space Jam 2.
You're flipping off everybody in Britain. I just hope you know that.
I thought this was the up yours gesture.
Well, you also did this. The peace sign backwards, that means fuck you in Europe.
Oh, so that's like a double insult if you're in England.
Yeah.
My apologies, my fellow Englishmen.
Ah, fuck them. Fuck them.
Our second controversial take, fuck the English.
Now, Space Jam 2.
That's my primary
Space Jam 2. Depends on what you're looking for. Now, if you're looking for something that at least attempts to be more of like an actual movie with something resembling a narrative or something like that, I guess technically speaking, they try a bit harder than in the first Space Jam.
That is true.
But at the same time,
I will give James credit that he did attempt with his acting.
And LeBron James actually is like legit trying with his acting. He's still not a good actor, but he's expressing.
They probably gave him a little more
emotions.
practice than what Jordan got. Like, I'm pretty sure with Jordan, they kind of threw him in there. So just be you, man.
The one time where LeBron James legit did not give a fuck was when he was voice acting.
Sure, don't want me to try that again, director? No, you're good. You're good. Okay. I'm paying you by the hour, and it's like $8 billion an hour, man. If I keep you another hour, I'm probably gonna be out of a home. So
now, if you're just looking for something more akin to the first Space Jam, where it's a quick breeze, fun time of a movie, despite not being good, this movie's 2 hours long, and it takes it longer to get to the basketball game. Now, the basketball game itself is still, I think, about half the movie, but it takes longer to get there. It's slower. The movie tries...
Which is weird, cause like, if you're with the whole, like, video game aesthetic and, like, on the higher quality animation, you figured it would be, like, a lot faster, but no, surprisingly, the game kind of drags on. Like, there's multiple points throughout it where I'm like, okay, so the game just wrapped up. Oh, never mind. Okay, I guess they're still going.
Now Don Cheadle is a fucking giant CGI man.
Which, to be fair, Don Cheadle was kind of the anti-Michael Jordan. With Michael Jordan, his thing was that he was underacting so much as glorious. With Don Cheadle, he was overacting to the point of it being glorious.
It wasn't like Willem Dafoe levels from Spider-Man. It wasn't that overacting, but it was still overacting. It was kind of fun to watch.
It was at least 3 asses. Like 3 complete asses.
It's like Colin Farrell when he played Bullseye in Daredevil. It's like watching a great actor hilariously overact his balls off and just be fucking goofy because he knows the movie he's in is shit, so he's like, oh, fuck it, I'm not gonna bring my A game to this, I'm gonna have
fun with it.
Yeah.
Which sometimes you just gotta do, man.
He was the bullseye of this movie.
No, hot take, fuck that stupid jellyfish thing. I don't know why I hate it, but I wanted to curb stomp it ever since I saw it.
Because Minions! Every villain needs to have a fucking little sidekick with a high-pitched voice who's all funny and cute.
And goes,
but all the adults want to fucking blow their brains out every time it appears on screen.
Yeah. I'm not usually an edgelord when it comes to stuff, but yeah, I want to curb stomp the jellyfish thingy. I want to throw him. I wish he got canceled like Pepe Le Pew did. And it's okay to wish that because he's a fictional character.
Pepe Le Pew was canceled from the movie, but the child murdering clown Pennywise was allowed, and the old lady raping gang from Clockwork Orange. That
is a good connection. In fact, you want to talk about these cameos, these Ready Player One cameos?
They're not from Ready Player One cameo. At least in Ready Player One, they actually looked legit like the characters.
Yeah, that's true. And at least they did have
the Spirit Halloween versions.
Oh, there was some hilariously bad cop. Which, I mean, granted, like, I get it. It's
there's a guy in the background.
They aren't going to spend a whole lot on it, but like,
okay, so the Joker is in the background in one scene, and we were looking at him, and we were like, is that the Joker? Like, we were trying to, because the thing confusing us was that we were trying to figure out what version of Joker that was, because it's Warner Brothers characters. We're like, because it's not Heath Ledger. It's got the costume of '60s Joker, but like, '60s Joker isn't that purple and his hair's not that long. It's definitely not Jared Leto Joker. And then we realized, it's none of them. It's what you said, the Party City Joker.
That is correct. Party City Joker, man, is my favorite Joker of all time. Finally getting his due, man. It's about time.
There's also Batman and Robin, Mr. Freeze in this movie, but the guy they picked to impersonate him, it looks absolutely nothing like Arnold Schwarzenegger. In fact, it looks more like one of the ice dudes from Game of Thrones, but in a robe.
I can see that, yeah.
It's like they combined the two, because Game of Thrones is referenced in the movie, so I guess it was... I don't know if it was supposed to be Mr. Freeze or one of those ice dudes.
Who knows, man. But the other kind of weird thing about the cameos, so the Looney Tunes, their main villain is the Goon Squad. And their whole thing is they were video game characters created by the kid, which I guess it's an okay idea, but the problem though is like only one of them was really memorable, which was like the time dude. Everyone else, like, I'm legit struggling to remember what their thing was, but like
one guy was fire and water combined. Well, another one was a snake lady. And then another guy was. That's all I remember actually.
Exactly, like they were really.
Oh, wait,
like,
another guy had wings. He had wings. He went flap.
Like even the Monstars were at least they had some personality.
I can actually legit. I don't remember their names. I can remember their designs. I remember each and every one's design and their personality that went along with that design.
Yeah, and their voice.
Like a tall, skinny blue one with the Frankenstein head. I know he was like the really chill one who looked like he was high the whole movie.
And he talked like this, bro. But then they were just kind of like again, Golden Time Dude was really the only memorable one.
That's just because of what he could do.
Yeah, exactly. It's a cool power.
It's like he was basically the old lady mask from Crash 4.
Yeah, pretty much. What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just. But you know what? Well, LeBron James had the right idea. Like, okay, like early in the movie, he's talking about like, oh, he's gonna get like Iron Giant King Kong on his team. But it's like, it'd been really cool if the Toons also played against some of these. Like, throw in some Warner Brothers movies villain. Have some fun with this have them
actually fucking play basketball against King Kong and the Iron Giant or something like that.
Yeah. Or like you can even throw in some like villains like Joker.
But no, the Warner Brothers characters, the other Warner Brothers franchise characters that cameo in the movie, literally their only purpose in the movie is to appear in the background and as what Pennywise was doing, do this.
Yeah, I think the only cameo that really got a speaking role was like Rick and Morty.
Which was like, why are they referencing Rick and Morty in a kid's film where they had to cancel Pepe Le Pew? You know, in Rick and Morty, they probably do way worse shit as a joke.
At least Rick would. I think Morty's whole thing is he's the innocent. I haven't seen Rick and Morty. I heard it's a fun show, but yeah, I don't really know much about it.
Apparently, there's a storyline in Rick and Morty where like I haven't seen this storyline. I'm going based on what I've heard. I guess where Morty has an incestuous relationship with his sister, but it's in like an alternate dimension version or something like that. Okay, but it's supposed to be like a joke. I don't know.
Yeah, cancel Morty, man. It's time to cancel Morty.
But no, one of ours is like, yeah, put them in our children's film, as well as the characters from Game of Thrones. Yeah, put them in there too.
Like, I'm not gonna pretend to be the biggest Pepe Le Pew fan, but it's like, are we really judging the morality of cartoon characters? And yeah, the double standards thing. It's like I could understand if it's like a real life person. I get that, but this is a fucking cartoon.
The whole joke is that he's forward, and he always fails, right?
Yes.
That's the whole joke. It's like, oh, he's
the antagonist.
Yeah. You're rooting for the fucking cat he's always simping for to beat his ass.
Exactly. That would require reading. But you know what? Whole rant thing aside, all that.
How about this?
What is Lola's personality in this movie?
Okay. I will break down the basics of her personality in this film. She I guess she's an Amazon now, according to Wonder Woman.
Oh.
And she looks like in her 3D version looks like a horrifying, ugly as fuck, kill it with fire puppet thingy.
That is it. I mean, I don't know if that counts as personality, but that is something about her. That is true.
And that's about it.
Yes.
Even less than in the original movie.
How the hell did you do like the original movie? It's like a blank piece of paper, but then this new version's like a half-torn piece of paper. It's
no. The first movie is like a piece of, okay, so here, it's like school assignments, you know? Two students who are lazy as fuck. One of them, though, at least wrote, the bare minimum,
wrote
five sentences to...
I think with the original Lola, I think the proper sense would be she wrote, duh.
No.
Okay, well, with the new Lola,
she wrote The first one was more like 3 sentences. How about that? Like 3 sentences, but they're all really short sentences. This new Lola was like a word, and it's not even spelled right.
I think they would both be full of grammatical errors because they're bunnies, and bunnies can't write. That'd be silly. It's called Idiot Reviews. Come on, Zach. You have to give me that.
Okay, I'll give you that. I will give you that one.
Exactly.
What about the rest of the Looney Tunes this movie?
I mean, they had some funny moments, so I guess I'll give Space Jam 2 that as
Porky Pig rapped, and it was cringy.
Though Daffy rapping did spawn a fun meme, so.
Well, that is true.
He slammed his penis in a car door right here.
He slammed his penis in the car door.
Right there.
Right in that car door right there. That's the one where he's, yeah. In fact, I think his penis is still stuck there. Yep. And you just slammed your penis in the car door. All right. Well, he's in pain. As for the rest of the Looney Tunes, I mean, the only one who has any real character is Bugs Bunny. But even then, his character arc of like becoming friends with the other Looney Tunes is kind of like forgotten about. Like pretty much as soon as they all come back.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that kind of was like a weird story thing they kind of had, where it was like Bugs is alone. They gather everyone. He's okay. They faked his death for some reason.
Oh yeah.
They teased him dying.
They had an overly dramatic death scene, and then he comes back in the real world.
Like, I'm cool. It's like, what was the point? Like, nobody thought he was gonna die.
It's the illusion of the movie having an emotional core, which it does with the son, but it fucking fails as an emotional
You already
core.
had it with the son. That makes it even more pointless to have Bugs die. Granted, it would have been hilarious if they actually went through it to like, yeah, Bugs is dead. He's not appearing in anything else.
Yeah, we're not using Bugs Bunny anymore. He is fucking dead. Like, what do you think of the son story arc, by the way? The father and son story. Shit.
It was okay. Like, I mean,
it was there. It existed. It was. If you were a little kid, you'd probably get invested in it.
Or like if you're really into LeBron James.
As
really
two people who are at least above the age of 20, we would say it was very mediocre. You know.
Yeah.
The kid's acting was okay. LeBron is not good, but trying. It's not super
Also probably helps that
it's competently written. It's competently written. Competently.
Yeah.
Very, very
But that does kind of raise the debate, kind of going back to the first one as well. It's like, I feel like that's kind of where the main dynamic is with 1 and 2. It's like 2 is technically a better movie, but I think 1 is more fun.
Now that I think about it, it's trying to be a better film. But 1, because it knew it didn't have to try to be a better film to sell itself, it was like, let's just make it just nice, wrapped in a nice tight little bow, whatever exactly what you want from it, done. Hence, it's more fun and more breezy. Whereas this new one, there's some fun here and there, but it just drags on for a long ass fucking time. It's 2 hours.
Felt like 2 hours and 30 minutes, honestly.
Felt like it. Oh yeah, and also another thing about the second one. The second one doesn't really start to get somewhat entertaining, but for the wrong reason.
Like,
which is
some
all
kind of fun
which is the
references
cameos from the other WB franchises. But problem is they distract from the actual like basketball game going on. I spent most of that game not paying attention to what was actually happening with the characters because I was trying to figure out which character was what in the background. Which, by the way, vast majority of them were just random like things they made up. Vast majority, if you actually look at them, probably weren't even actually WB characters. They just were like, okay, let's put a person in a random costume in there. You're in the background, and
you're a reference to something.
And every so often there would be something like, oh, there's Pennywise, or oh, there's the game from Clockwork Orange, or something like that.
Yeah, there's King Kong and Iron Giant.
Which, by the way, the Iron Giant render they use in this movie, I swear to fucking fuck, it is the exact same render, like literally the same file from Ready Player One. It is. I swear to God, it is.
Hey, if you're wrong, though, fucking fuck will come for you. She swore on him.
Fucking fuck, come after me if you want. I
Call
swear,
him out on twitter.com/SuperZachThunder.
On my twitter.com, I swear to you, fucking fuck. I swear on my soul, it is the exact same Iron Giant render. Because, if you know, because like, in Ready Player One, he has like a chip on his shoulder or something because he's not finished. He was being built by one of the characters in like the game.
I never watched Player 301.
Well,
Player 301. Ready Player 1.
Well, in Space Jam 2, he's got the exact same like chip on his shoulder.
Okay. And
That's
not
what made me
Ready Player
realize.
1. Alright, I feel you.
Pretty sure it's the same Kong render too. But anyway, that's our review of the Space Jam movies. 24 minutes, probably the longest review. But hey, I think we covered everything we wanted to cover.
Honestly, just go watch Back in Action or Free Guy. I don't know. I mean, I guess with Space Jam 1, it's a good It's fun if you watch with friends and you're all in a goofy mood. Space Jam 2 can be fun if you maybe have a few drinks.
I say, if you want to know the unironically best Looney Tunes movie, watch Back in Action.
Yeah, that's actually a fun movie.
Also, the Looney Tunes show, or even the original Looney Tunes cartoons, the originals.
Oh yeah.
Those are the Looney Tunes stuff you should be shoving down your throat. Yeah.
But before we go, I want you to tell the audience one last thing before we wrap up.
What should I tell them?
My reaction to when Big Chungus appeared on screen.
I just want to say the reaction on your face was a combination of fear, amazement, like
I wish I could recreate it.
Enlightenment, and I don't know. It was like a combination of those three things. Like it was like you actually found God Himself. It was like you were Moses finding the burning bush. That's what it looked like. Your reaction to seeing Big Chungus.
I'm trying to recreate where it's like, but I don't know if I can.
I don't know. Like legit, I'm not kidding. That was his actual reaction, and he repeated to himself, "Big Chungus. It was Big Chungus. It was Big Chungus." Like he kept repeating that over and over again. Like
I have a weird fascination with that meme.
It's a fascinating meme. But anyway, 26 minutes. We're going too long. Now, end with a stupid joke. It's idiot reviews. It's got to be something.
Let me get my penis out of the car door. Oh fuck! It's locked.